Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our next edition of Tiger Eye Talk. We do have a guest that's going to be joining us in a few moments. This is my team member, Roberta Callahan. Thank you, Roberta, for being here. We're going to just discuss a couple of tips around coaching. We do have a coach that's going to be joining us in a few moments. She may have been having technical difficulties. Who knows? Tech has a mind of its own sometimes. But Katarina Carlsson is our guest. I can tell you a little bit about her before she joins us. She has been studying and researching purpose and how to clarify, create, and fulfill our purpose for over 7 years, and delivering entrepreneur business blueprint consultations and trainings for over the past 20 years. She has created a method based in neuroscience that can help anyone in 5 hours achieve a state of certainty, purpose, and total clarity about their highest probability of success in the right purpose driven entrepreneur business path. Now, that's pretty amazing, right, Roberta?
I think so. Amazing and a little scary.
Yeah, sometimes it can be, right? So, as business owners, I know a lot of our viewers are entrepreneurs and business owners. Um, Roberta, how would you define, if you have a coach and they're coaching you down a business path? I know you've had coaches in the past, as have I. What was your experience when you went through that process?
Uh, it's a hard start because sometimes you don't really know what you want to do. So going through the coaching experience helps you figure out your best qualities, and that's what a coach actually brings out in you. So then you go, oh, that's what I want to do, and that's when the light bulb goes off, it feels good.
Yes,
So that's what I
absolutely.
enjoyed the most. And then they just kind of help you structure and go down the right path from there. So I think
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
pretty awesome.
It is. Even for myself, when I first started my business, I mean, way back in 2018, that's been a few years ago. The direction I was headed was totally different than where I am right now. If you'd have
Hmm.
told me back in 2018 I was going to have a team by the time I got to 2024, I'd have probably laughed and told you you're crazy. Because that was not didn't even cross my mind, was not a direction I was interested in going at the time. However, that's where I'm at today, and I love
Yeah.
it. Tiger Eye Solution is really benefited from having a team. It's growing by leaps and bounds. So yeah, it's awesome. What about you
Hmm.
and your business?
Well, I started, I'm going to age myself, but I started before we had a lot of technology. So we did things by hand. And I kind of retired to take care of my children. And they said, oh, no, 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 no. So I did a lot of marketing events for the company I was working for, and just word of mouth, my business just grew. And I kind of stayed into the administrative side too. So it was like, not really what I wanted to do, but it paid the bills. And that was kind of a nice thing to do. And then I never, like you, I wouldn't have ever saw myself where I am today back then. But I think now I'm so much stronger, more successful with what I'm doing. So, maybe it comes with age. I don't know, but but it's a nice transition to go. I think I'm going on 25 years, so it's been an interesting transition of life. Successful.
Okay, I don't know if
But,
our guest is going to be able to join us. She just sent me a message saying that she
oh,
is tied up at the this given moment. So we will just continue talking about coaching.
okay. Um, Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with, and you want to sit down and figure out, write down what you're good at, what you think you're kind of good at, and what you absolutely hate. And I know that hate is a strong word, but if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to grow. You're not going to have
Right.
fun. So you get frustrated really fast. So I think those are some of the key messages for just learning about yourself. And
That's a big, big
that way,
piece.
yeah, because trying to find a coach, if you don't really have any kind of pathway, they're not miracle workers. They kind of need to know what's inside your head and your heart.
Yep. So really, it's
And
just
then,
you coming out of your shell,
yes,
and that coach is kind of helping guide you in the direction you want to go after you
uh,
share what's in your heart and your head and your
yeah,
desires, your goals that you want to meet, etc. Then that coach can help guide you in that direction to accomplish what you want to accomplish and meet the goals that you have set for yourself, which is really
exactly.
huge.
It is. And I think some of the issue too is when you're starting out, you don't know how much to charge. You don't know, what your value is. And that's where a
Yep,
coach can help you to set higher goals for yourself so you're not stagnant. And I think that's a big key as well, where they can help shake you up a little bit and show you your value, and what you have to offer other people and other businesses. And
absolutely.
I think the virtual world has also grown. I don't know if it was COVID had a lot to do with that, I think, and
Yep.
it is just growing tremendously. So there's so many different types of opportunities out there to do this kind of work.
Yes, you are
Uh,
absolutely correct. And I mean, and it's not hard to get started either if you haven't done
mm-mm.
this type of work in the past. Um, would I recommend getting a coach? Absolutely, because it
Mhm.
would be very beneficial for you. However, if you just want to get started and take baby steps, you can do that on your own and then get to a point to where you can hire yourself a coach. Then yes, I would highly recommend that. You can reach out to me or Roberta, either one. We have coaches that we can recommend for sure that can help guide you
Mhm.
in the right direction to help you create a business that you'll love. Like
Mhm.
Roberta and I both shared when we first started, we had no idea we'd be where we are today,
Yeah.
but it's awesome. To, the place that we're at now is so awesome. Roberta is part of my team, so I can brag on her a little bit. Um, she is awesome and very knowledgeable about what she does. Um,
Mhm.
she has various different skills that she brings to the table, so she can help you in various different areas. And actually, I can also say that Roberta is one of the original Tiger Eye Solution team members, the only one actually that is still with me.
Aw. I don't know why, but I think some people just they've grown so quickly with Tiger Eye, and they've gone off and developed their own business from there, which is kind of cool. It allows
Yes,
you to do that. Um, I just really like this group, and of course, I really like Lisa.
thank
So
you.
that makes it. No, it's just that it's just fun. It's fun to be part of a group, and then I, maybe like you, I'm not a huge networker. Can I do it? Absolutely. Do I want to do it? No, I absolutely hate it. And I don't know why.
I
But,
love it.
that's I know you do. So that so that's a nice compliment when you find a group to work with, so that you can complement each other. And as you're talking to people and doing work for them, then it gives you the opportunity to say, hey, my group does this. Yes, we can help you. And pull them in. So you get your piece and you can share with somebody else, with another piece of the pie. So, and then
Absolutely.
in turn, it makes that entrepreneur very successful. And that word of mouth spreads for you as well. So,
Yes, it does. It does. So if anybody has questions about anything Roberta and I have shared, we are open to questions. If you want to put them in the comments, or if you're joining us live, you can ask here live. Or if you're watching this later, use hashtag replay, ask us a question or comment, or reach out if you want to have a conversation. Either one of us would be happy to do that with you as well. But again, as Roberta said, the virtual world is really, really growing, whether it's a virtual assistant like we are, or like Tiger Eye Solution is, or if it's in a different realm. There's various different industries where you can find
yeah.
remote work, virtual work. And if you've never done it before, I would highly suggest giving it a try, especially if you need to stay at home with your little ones. If you're a young parent, a young mom, or whatever, and you have little ones at home and you're paying the outrageous, prices for childcare, Oh my goodness, everything has gone up these days, right? This may be a good fit for you to where you
Mhm.
could set your own schedule, around those babies, those little ones that you have in your home. This would definitely be a good fit for you. There's so many different areas to where you could work virtually. If you didn't want to be a virtual assistant like Roberta and I, maybe you don't have those type of skills, that's perfectly fine. You can either learn those skills if that is something you're interested in doing, or you can look for something else in a different industry that you do have the
Mhm.
skills to do, for sure. Anything you like to add, Roberta? I know the virtual world, you've kind of been a part of it a little bit longer than I have.
Well, I was just going to say, when I started out, our house was small, and I worked out of my bedroom, the little desk, and with my children, I stayed at home with them, and because I didn't want to pay the fees even back then. So we had a knocking system because the doors closed. They knew not to enter because I was on the phone all the time as part of what I do. So if I had, it was like knock three times, it's urgent.
Yes,
So that's kind of we did that, and they were so good. I had three boys that I raised. You know how boys are; they're rambunctious, they're loud.
it can be.
But
Yes.
I tell you, yeah, but when I was working, they were angels, and the system worked. So,
Awesome.
um, you know, not the best area to work out of your bedroom, but it can be done.
It's a
You
great place
know,
to start if that's where you
it's
have
a
to
great.
start.
That's right. So, we all start somewhere. So I'm just going to tell
Yes.
you out there, don't let anything hold you back. There's ways around everything. So,
There's
and
so much, not just technology, but knowledgeable people, coaches, information. We got the World Wide Web at our fingertips these days. We
mhm,
carry it around in our hand. Even on your phone, you can get that information. Um,
right.
so, if you don't know possibly where you want to start, if that's something you're interested in doing, do some research, for yourself, and just kind of research and see what's out there that may be of interest to you. Whether it is a virtual assistant type position or whether it's something else. Um, you can find what would be beneficial and what would be a good fit for you,
Mhm.
for sure. Just
Yeah,
to
and
kind of share some of the things that we offer, that Tiger Eye Solution offers, the type of services and skill set that my team has. CRM management, that's one of the things that Roberta does for some of our clients. Follow up, that's something I do for clients. So that's two different services there that just Roberta and I do. But we also have copywriting, we have social media specialists, we have podcast management, email and calendar management. Oh my goodness, the list goes on and on. There's so many things that we can help you do. Even planning an event. If you have a big birthday party or a big family reunion coming up, virtual assistants can help you do that too. Because it can get overwhelming. I get it. Planning a large event like that, even if you have maybe a few other family members helping you, it still can get overwhelming. Maybe the organization isn't where it needs to be or is not going as smoothly as it should, etc. That's where other people, outside people coming in, can be very beneficial, just because sometimes you're so close to it. Same thing like if you're writing blogs or writing a book or whatever, having that second set of eyes on what has been written is very beneficial as well. We also do editing and proofreading. So if you have a
Mhm.
book or a blog or any type of content that you have put together, written or whatever, and you want it to be reviewed or edited, we can help you do that too. Right? You want to expand a little bit on that, Roberta?
Oh gosh, I have so many thoughts going through my head, but it's like because just even that, there's you can become a travel agent virtually, a bookkeeper virtually, an accountant virtually. The financial world, I play a little bit of that, and that just there is a wealth of opportunity there. Um, it's amazing if you hone in on what your expertise is with the help of even somebody like one of us. Do a little, we call it a coffee chat.
Yep.
Say, hey, can I have 15 minutes of your time or half an hour of your time? We can sit on Zoom or wherever and have a little chat and help me figure out where, listen to what I want and help me figure out what I'm good at. And there's those of us that we will do that for you because,
Yep.
down the road we might need you.
Absolutely.
So,
You never know.
and as far as a client, don't let your frustrations get a hold of you so that you just want to walk away, in frustration. Don't work 24/7. There's so many people out there that can help you through all the nooks and crannies and steps to help you be successful quicker and put your money in your bank account instead of funneling it all over and not knowing what you're doing. So
Yes.
we're here to help make life
Absolutely.
easier.
And it's so,
Um,
like she said, it can be so beneficial. And I mean, it can get to the point where it can replace your 9 to 5 job. If you currently have a 9 to 5 job, if you start this, well, like I did, I started on the side pretty much
hmm,
when I was still in my teaching position. I was a teacher prior to starting my business. So while I was still in the classroom teaching, I was doing this on the side. I was getting my business started. I was getting it set up. I was determining, what type of services I wanted to offer and what price point I wanted to charge. All those things, I took a training. All that got done on the side while I was still working full time in the classroom. So if I can do it, you can do it too. If you do have a
hmm,
full time 9 to 5 job currently, you can get started, um, and just take, one step at a time. That's all it takes.
hmm.
Just be
But
consistent with it. That is the key, is to make sure you're
well,
consistent and don't give up. Don't say, the heck with this. This is too much. I can't do this. Don't say that.
mm-mm,
There was times I wanted to say that. I'm gonna be honest.
mhm.
Yes, there was definitely times I wanted to say, "No, the heck with this,"
Oh
because
yeah.
it felt like it was so difficult, but I didn't. I stepped away maybe for a day or X amount of time or whatever, got my mind off of it, and then I came back to it. So there's
Or
all
called
kinds of different ways to accomplish
Yeah,
and
or
get
called
started.
somebody else in the industry and
Yep.
just, can you just listen to me for a minute?
Yes.
Lisa and I have done
Yes, we
that.
have.
Can I just vent for a minute?
Yes, yes.
And it helps, especially if you just don't want to. Nobody else understands. Sometimes people just don't have a clue what you do,
Yep.
and they're like, "Go get a job." It's like, no, you don't understand. This is my job
This is my
and I want
job.
to be successful, but I have a frustration. They don't get it if they've never worked virtually. So
Yeah, they, like you said, they don't understand it, and that was a issue for me too in the very beginning because my family had no clue. It's like, why do you just go sit at that desk all day? What it is it that you're doing? I'm like, well, I'm working. Hello, I am doing some work. I'm not just sitting at that desk for the fun of it. I'm actually doing some work, and I'm working with some clients. So yeah. And
yeah.
and don't think that you're going to become an overnight success. That's not how this works. Like I said, you have to be consistent and take one step at a time. Roberta and I, in the very beginning, was not as successful then as we are today.
Mm-hmm.
We started with one step at a time, with baby steps. Started
Mm-hmm.
with just a few clients, and now we have worked our way up to more clients, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and making more money, of course, than we did back in the beginning.
Right.
So yeah, it is not an overnight success. I'll put it that way. You're not going to become an overnight success when you first get started. You just have to be
Well,
consistent and keep moving in the right direction.
and it's not a get rich quick
No.
either. So it's
Mm-mm.
it's hard. It's hard work, but you're at
Yeah.
home doing it, so you can make your own hours. And in between client work, you can get things done. So you have your evenings with your spouse or your children or whatever it is that you do at night. So,
Yep.
or if you want to work all night, there's opportunities for that too. So it's amazing what's out there available to you. So,
If you're a night owl and third shift hours works better for you, you can do that. That's what you can choose. It. That's not for me. That's not how
no,
I do it. But if that's what you're comfortable doing, you can choose to do it that way. No, I
there's
have to have
there's
my sleep.
opportunities. Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, absolutely. But
Awesome.
yes, there's definitely there's a full gamut out there. I
Yes,
was trying to think of
absolutely.
other, you know, any industry you can think of, there is a need. So,
Yes. Thank you so much, Roberta, for being here and chatting with me and helping me share about the virtual world. Because I mean, it is a place where you can be very successful if you put
mhm.
your mind to it and jump in feet first, and go full force and not give up and just keep trying to accomplish, you know, those small goals, set small goals to reach those big goals. And you can do it for sure. So, thank you everyone for listening to Roberta and I talk about the virtual world and coaching today. So sorry our guest couldn't make it. She was having some difficulties getting here. We will possibly schedule her for another time. Until next month, we'll see you soon.
Bye.